Hello, welcome to Pumpkin Canine Fashions. I have paw-picked my new line of dog beds. Each one delivers bold, stylish looks that make your pup stand out from the pack. With thoughtfully designed apparel and accessories, my people bring personality and flair to every tail wag. Go ahead, treat your pup to one today. Order now at pumpkincaninefashion.com. That's pumpkincaninefashion.com.
Hello, world. This is Talkin Live.
Now, let's get ready. You are Talkin Live with Lamar Bearden.
Okay, well, we're glad to be back. We're here at Talkin Live. We got a studio here just waiting for people that wants to do podcasts. I would like everybody to know that they're welcome to come do podcasts here. Our prices are very reasonable. If you would like to do a podcast maybe once a week or every day, if you wanted to, we could give you a special deal. And then if you have to buy the equipment and to have the right equipment, it costs you really quite a bit, you know. Of course, you can set up a podcast at home or something like that, but to have this equipment here for doing a show is great. That's just something I would like to bring up. We're getting close to 1 million views. I think we're probably around 200,000 short, but our views are clicking every day, 2,000 a day. Our 24 hours, 36 hours, we get at least 2,000 views on our total a day. I just checked today, we got like 15,000 views in the past 7 days. We're looking for people who wants to do a show, maybe even do their own talk show. It's a great place to be able to do that, and we are very reasonable on prices. We cover a lot of areas. I would say by February, or I'm hoping that will be hooked up with Charter, and so that would cover Catoosa County. Our channel will be $1.99, and we're waiting on it. We've already signed a contract. It's a matter of getting things for our dedicated line in, and we're waiting on them to do that. But the show today, over the weekend, I listened to so many people that were Muslims, Arabic and Palestinians and different countries, and they were Muslims doing a TikTok show, or their podcast or whatever, and they said so many times that they said, different ones said that Islam is going to come to your home, into your home one day. Well, in America, in the people in the South, I know, now these people up in New York and all that, they believe that that Islam is a way to get freebie, but it's not. It's the communist socialist Islam. They are communist socialists to me. They have one religion. They think that religion is the only one that is. They think Muhammad is a great prophet, but Muhammad's still in the grave with his bones probably deteriorated over, over 1,500 years, I'd say so. He didn't get up out of the ground. He never come out of his tomb. He never come out of his grave. And Allah, the God that they talk about, Allah, is not a God that I would want to serve, that said I could kill, murder, marry little children and say it's okay, and justify themselves as that. We have this fraud that's going $9 billion in Minnesota, and we have that vice president, run for vice president, clown, idiot, as a governor over there. This station was built to tell the truth. It wasn't built to lie, make a lie up, and tell you something that ain't true. I get sick and tired of hearing people say things that I know is not true. God is the Father of Jesus Christ, the Son of God, and he came in the flesh by the Spirit of God and to tell us what he required of us. And what I hear preachers get up and say, you can't, no way, go to hell after you've been saved. Well, I want you to know that Judas Iscariot is in hell today for betraying Jesus Christ. He hung himself. Because Jesus said it would be better than he'd never been born. And the Lord and the God that what we serve here in America, his name is Jesus. Now, I mean, we all don't keep his word. We all don't live like he wants us to. But we still believe and trust that he exists, but we don't follow his commandments. So that takes away our belief and our trust in him because we're not doing what he said. If we don't keep his commandments, then we're in trouble. This saying you can't fall from grace, you can't fall from God, but you can, because Peter, he denied Jesus. That was backslide. People can backslide and go back and come back to the Lord later on, maybe. And then there's people that don't go back to the Lord. But you can lose out with God by not keeping his commandments. I hear people said, I heard Sundays that the gospel of Jesus Christ, the King James Version, has a bunch of false doctrine in it, that God let false doctrine go in the Bible. Well, if God let false doctrine go in the King James Version, in the part where Jesus came give us the commandments, then what are we working for? But we know that's a lie. That can't be true, that God allowed false doctrine to go into the King James Version. It cannot be, because he said he wrote the word and it stands in heaven. You can't change it. It's like dying. We got to die. Well, our animals got to die. Our trees in our yard, our grass, everything's got to die. But the problem is mankind has a soul. The animals don't have a soul. They're better than people. I'm hoping that God has prepared a place for all these animals that suffered because of sorry human race. But I'm on this Muslim thing. I don't want to hear about you're going to come in my home. If you come in homes today, and it's not a Christian thing to say, but you can't come in my home. You can't bring that doctrine in my house. And if you come in and try to force, like you say that you're so great of a religion, but you murder and you kill and you mistreat women, you do all these kind of things. And you call yourself, what do you call yourself? You're not a Christian. What's a Christian? And then you talk about holy. You talk about holy, but holy ain't murdering people. Holy ain't perverted and taking little children and marrying them, little girls. And I'm thinking about my little granddaughter. She's about 6, 7 years old. How can a man take a little child like that and take and lay her down and have sex with her? What kind of animal? You ain't even fit to be called an animal. An animal's better than you. Because of some devil that wrote a book and said it was all right. 2 billion people, man, believe that this garbage. 2 billion. You look for an Antichrist, there they are. You looking, we're looking for the Antichrist to come. He's already here. He's in people like the Arabs and all these people. And I do business with them. And I don't care if you pay me $1 billion, you still are wrong. If you stand for what you believe, Jesus Christ, then I'm sorry. Well, I actually ain't sorry. If you cut me off in business because of that, there's difference in being in business. Say, that for instance, our country is so divided. If you can't believe like then, we can't do business with you. Or you believe like this, we don't want no part of you. You can't be friends. You lay aside politics. I mean, like TV, Hollywood, radio, media. You lay aside all that stuff. And you stand for what is right and what's good for everybody. Don't be divided. If you don't believe in Christianity, don't try to push it off on us. If you don't believe in Jesus Christ, don't try to push some dead, false God on us, because we believe in him. All of us don't live like he said, but we still believe he exists. That's how America was built, on the Bible, Betty. All our forefathers believed that Bible that should be in that Constitution. The Constitution was wrote by scriptures from the Bible. They might not have been the same as the Scripture says, but it was based on the Scriptures of our Holy Bible. It was based on that. It wasn't based on some ungodly thing. It was based on a holy way, a true life of righteousness and freedom. That's what it was based on. To be able to stand for our rights, our freedom, to stand up. And for someone to get on TikTok and tell me, broadcast to me that Islam is going to come to my house. Well, I'm going to tell you something. You ain't just Islam. You're the devil yourself. And you could do anything against it, but you can't win. I heard the preacher say, the devil thinks he's won. Devil don't think he's won. That Bible was wrote telling you what's going to happen to the devil. And the devil knows the scriptures, Betty. He's got to go to hell because he is sealed his doom by trying to take over heaven. He was kicked out of heaven because he tried to be above God. See, a lot of us in this world, I like Donald Trump. I don't like his arrogance. There's things I like about him, but there's things I disagree. Donald Trump, you know better than anybody else. Biden, all you congressmen, all you politicians, you're no better than nobody else. You're not special. You just have that little power that God allowed you to have. You people, you tax people to death. You put burdens on people. When Jesus wrote, when the Bible, Jesus spoke about lawyers, attorneys, and he was talking about you putting a burden. You wouldn't lift one finger to raise a burden. And some of you lawyers, you're up in Washington, you're politicians. You say you go by law, but you skip out the part that you don't want to be in there. I mean, both sides. And then they say, well, Donald Trump, he pushes this, he does this, and he writes these He don't have no right. Yes, he has a right. He's the president of the United States. He has the right to gather up all these people that are illegal. They don't need a trial. They don't need nothing. We don't need to spend money on paying for a trial. These judges want to drag it out, keep him from doing his job. As far as the economy is concerned, Biden screwed up the economy. Biden raised the interest to buy a house. So don't go blaming Donald Trump. So I stand for what's right. I stand for putting a stop to people to come to this country that hate us. I stand for that. I stand for against things that are going on with little children and trying to pervert the children and trying to do the things that you're doing today. There's no way in this world that you can vote Democrat and back what's going on and call yourself a Christian. You cannot do it. That's like Islam. They have made what they do okay with God. But see, they're serving a God that's dead, that never existed. That God, Allah, came from a man that sorted all that. And I talked to a friend of mine, and the Muslims and their belief came from the bondwoman. When Abraham had a child with a woman that wasn't his wife. And that's where that religion, that garbage started, and they looked at the old Bible, and it started that from the old Bible, and that's where it comes from. Because of all the things that went on before Jesus Christ. God ain't never condoned perverts from the beginning of mankind. Do you think that Jesus Christ said, such as the kingdom of heaven be humble as a little child? Do you actually think that you're doing right to do something to a little girl or a little boy? Do you actually think that? What kind of God do you have? I think your God is from hell, and his name is Devil, Satan. That's what I think. We, as American people, the younger generation has been taught stuff over the news, media, that, that communist is good and the English colleges. But see, you cry about the economy. Y'all ain't done nothing about the economy. But you ain't done nothing for your country but protest. What have you done for your country? Donald Trump, you talk about Donald Trump has never done nothing. He's crazy. He's a Hitler. He's Gestapo. He's this, he's that. But what are you doing for your country? You're causing riots. You're burning the American flag. You're walking around with a flag from other countries and glorifying it when you're in this country. You don't deserve to be here. If you love that flag, you love that country you come from so much, why did you come here? Tell you why you come here. You come here to get a free ride like Somalians in Minnesota. You come here to steal, kill, and to hurt the American people. You didn't come here, not all of you does that way, but it seems to be if if you put a percentage on it, you would find out that 80% of the people that come here to this country is coming here to do wrong. Just like the Arabs, like Mandani in New York. You came here to put on us that dead God, Allah, and that false prophet, Muhammad. You come here to do that to us. That's what you come here for. You come here to sell drugs. You come here to go out there and mess up children and people's lives. That's what you come here for. And as far as drugs, you can blow up and I'm for it. I don't care if you blow the whole bunch of people off the map that has drugs. But I'm going to tell you something. You will never stop drugs. You might put a little slow part on it because there's too much money, because American people are so ignorant. They can take and snort cocaine. They can take and smoke crack. They can go ahead and do that because they're depressed. And they're depressed because they can't go and find nothing no better than that. They drink. I know about it. I never did drugs, but I drank every day. Depression is the devil that is trying to destroy you and drag you down to hell. That's all it is. And these people that come to this country don't help at all. But if you love your country, you think we're losing our democracy. Why are you destroying it by protesting about people that come here to destroy our country and get a free ride? Oh, I don't care about your racist bull crap. I don't want to hear about racists. You can't do nothing about racists. I don't like you people that do that, but I don't want you dying, going to hell. I don't want you to get killed. I don't want you out in the cold. I don't want nothing bad to happen to you. But I hate your ways. I hate your Muslims, your Allah, and all that you say is from a God that exists that don't exist. That God, that Father that Jesus had, is the same God you're saying believes and destroying and killing innocent people. That's where you got it from the old days. You got it from a false prophet that sat and wrote down this book to tell you to murder and kill white people. We got this going on in Somalia, and we got Omar standing up there and defending Somalia. Well, what's she doing here? What are you doing here if you hate this country so much? You know what you're doing here? To steal and to kill and to rob our tax dollars. That's what you're here for. And as far as Islam, you'll never push that in a house that believes in Jesus Christ. You'll never get to push that. That will never be in that house. That will never be in Jesus Christ's house where the true Christians live. The true believers, you will never, ever push Islam on a true Christian. Now, you can sucker all these other people in just like these false preachers do. But you come too late to tell me that they ain't no Jesus Christ and they ain't no holy way. They ain't no way. There ain't no way. But this ain't no way you can tell me that. And justify taking little children and marrying children, little girls and stuff. You can't justify yourself. You have no justification on what you say. You are not holy. You talk about holy war. There's a holy war going on. It's you, the devil, and American people that are true Christians. You are the devil, and we can stand up. You might kill us, but there's a judgment day coming, and I want you to know when the prophets died and all the apostles died for the name of Jesus, they saw it, they witnessed it. But you never saw Muhammad do good for others. You never saw him do good. You never saw this Allah God do anything that's holy. I read your book. I read some of it. I know that the devil wrote that book, and as these preachers going around saying part of the Bible is wrong, it's got false doctrine in it. You're changing the Word of God. You're going to die and go to hell because he said if you change anything you take or add to, you're going to hell. It's going to be taken and added to you. You can't change something that's wrote in heaven. It's in heaven. It's on the record. You can't change it. And you can't change Americans that are good, or any race of people that's good Christian people and know Jesus Christ, really know him, and really trust him, and really love him. You cannot change them from your rotten Allah belief and your rotten, no good Muhammad that was the devil, one of the devil's disciples that you are believing. And he was a false prophet. And what he called Antichrist, and you were Antichrist because you're against Jesus Christ. God bless you, believer.
The views and opinions expressed on all Talkin Live Show presentations are those of the host and their guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of the Talkin Live TV broadcast studio, EPB Fiber Optics, or by this network or its management. Stand out with our exclusive backpack, proudly showcasing the one-of-a-kind Lamar Fashions logo, blending style and distinction into every design. Available in white or black, our backpack is lightweight and comfortable for your optimal comfort and shoulder fit. The main pocket inside can store daily necessities and contains a protective sleeve to hold your laptop along with interior pockets for storing valuables. With its classic shape, this backpack is perfect for business travel, laptop soft case, or luggage bag for short trips, and will make a great gift for any age group. The two exterior side pockets can hold your water bottles or your mobile phone. Order yours today in black or white at surplusproductsforyou.com. That's surplusproductsforyou.com.